And now on to Gruul. Let's see what we have here. More of the same. A nice green packet, a deck, a box that's not worthless, some boosters, and information pamphlets. Let's get the boosters out of here, trash to the side, and let's go ahead and open up. Okay, this is Gruul. So off the bat, we have a really good champion for this deck. Also like taste, we have Richter, the Unbowed. So I haven't actually seen this guy in action, but I mean the fact that he has Vigilance and Reach, and every time an opponent or yourself play a non-creature spell, which is not what you're doing in Gruul, and you take 6 damage, makes this guy seem really good. The fact that he's foil is also really cool for this because, I mean, it just gives him more power. I like the fact that, I mean, like, he basically sticks to the Gruul motif here of, like, creatures, rar, big, and smash. The 6 damage thing is also a nice tidbit there because it makes him hard to deal with once he's out. But I mean, it's double-edged so that it's fair, but I mean, you probably really wouldn't have a problem with that. But 6/6 Vigilance Reach, you can block flyers, and it's attack each turn. Definitely a very powerful card. Alright, let's see what we have in here. The new mana accelerant creature, the red-green, that when he's tapped for mana, he deals damage to them. Not quite a Volshock Sorcerer or Paragical Pyromancer, but he's very powerful nonetheless, just paying them for 1, and giving you the ability to mana ramp off of it nonetheless. The card's really cool. I mean, red-green cost means you're kind of limited to what you do with him, or how to cast him really, but definitely a cool card. Let's see here. 2 mana, 2/2 for 6, that gets +3/+3. I mean, it's cute, it's not the best. Slaughterhorn, a very good Blood Rush card for a +3/+2 for 1. Not quite a 3/3, but, you know. Feral Animalist. This guy lets you pay 3 mana to double his power each time. So the first time you do it, he'll get 2 unless he has anything else on him. The second time, he'll get 4. The third time, you have way too much mana. Why are we talking about it? So, let's see here. Cauldron Brute, the RTR special, the 5/2 for 4. The same cat we already looked at, the Blood Rush for 3/3. Shanktail, a really good Gate Crash uncommon. 3/1 first strike, with the Blood Rush for first strike. Our Gatekeeper that gives us 7 life again, we already went over him. Dwarfman Rampager, a very good card from Gate Crash. Saw lots of constructed play and is also just very powerful and limited by itself. Has a good place in this deck even. Blood Rush for 2, giving 4/4 and Trample all day. 4/4 for Trample for 4 all day. Nothing bad about this card anyway, other than it's not foil. But we'll get over that. More Blood Rush things, just big Gruul creatures here. All cards we've all seen before. Scar Goliath, not the best rare, but I mean, he's big. You know, that's basically what Gruul is. We have our new Guildgate art here. Some basic lands I'm going to dispose of. And we get to the interesting, well, sort of interesting cards. We have an M13 card, the new Fireball. Volcanic Geyser. Let's see here. Pit Fight, a little bit of your Gruul removal that makes your creatures fight because that's so Gruul. That's so Gruul. Ground Assault, which does damage to target creature based on the land you control. This is actually a solid removal spell for this deck. Without having to fight. I mean, I like to keep it civil personally, but you know how it goes with text messages and stuff. Armed and Dangerous, our split card. Target creature gets +1/+1 and gains double strike in turn for 2. And then all creatures able to block target creature this turn, do so. This is a very, very good fuse card. Definitely can make one creature really hard, hit really hard, and make you block a... Actually, you know, I don't know if you have to choose the same targets with them. I assume not, but I could be wrong on that. If you're not able to choose if you're able to choose different targets, then that's really good because you just make them block a decoy, and then you hit them really hard with that and your other creatures. Very good card either way, though, because you can just definitely take out most of their field if you have to choose both the same. Gruul Cluestones, get a cycle and draw a card. A really unexciting card from Gatecrash, and War Chance. Let's see what this card does. Enchantment. Each attacking creature you control gets +1/+0 and can't be blocked except for 2 or more creatures. So it has Madcap skills built into enchantment for each of your guys. Not the worst. 4 mana, not the best, but cool enough. Let's look at our booster packs. Alright, let's see here. Not a token. Another Is It Guildgate, so I still haven't got a rare yet. Ooh, this is a really cool card. We got a mythic. Blood Baron Vizkoopa. Not quite a hyped card yet, but definitely has a lot of attention right now because it has pro white and black and lifelink. The kicker effect on him is, I mean, kind of interesting and cool, but I mean, it's kind of unrealistic, really. However, this card is definitely it's really powerful and really interesting to look at. It's kind of exciting that we opened him, actually. That's really annoying. Give and Take is our top card in the commons. This one is another fuse card. This one gives us 3 +1/+1 counters and remove all +1 counters from a creature and draw that many cards. That's unexciting to me. Maybe to other people. It's just, I guess it's not my motif. I mean, I love drawing cards, but I don't like a 6 mana draw 3. I like a 3 mana maybe get 3 +1/+1 counters, or if I'm playing Simic, maybe I'm drawing other cards, but you know, I guess you really just have to work around what you have. Rakdos Bluestone. We'll see more of those when we get to the Rakdos deck, I'm sure. Let's see here. 4 mana, 3/2 flying hexproof, Azorius guy. Pretty decent body for a flyer. Another Orgelhoff Bluestone. Gain 7 life, Gate guy. The Maze Flyer. The Maze Haster. 2 mana, 1/3. And that leaves us with some other interesting cards, and a card that's not really good. Beetleform Mage. 2/2 for 3 that has blue-green effect for a Bastion Root Wallet, so +2/+2 once per turn. I've always liked these cards like this, just because like they can grow big and do a lot of things. Dark Thicket Wolf, the Frilled Oculus, all the cards like that. Even old Root Walla. Just a very interesting card. And by interesting, I mean just powerful and plain. Runner's Bane. This card is interesting. Tap down a creature and keep it tapped down, basically. 3 power or less. Pretty decent enchantment. Some people were talking about maybe toying with it in Standard, but I don't know about that. I have reserved judgment on that for now. But it's a pretty interesting card nonetheless, because it's just definitely something to lock creatures down early game. And Flux Charger. A creature that when you play an instant or sorcery spell, he just switches his power and toughness to 1 and 5. Decent, pretty straightforward, hits you really hard or die really fast. Otherwise, he blocks your days. Our next booster pack. Let's keep it going strong. We got a nice mythic. Let's see what else we can get out of this. Let's see. Not a token. Boros Guildgate. You don't have a Boros deck, but that's what the new art looks like. Obsdat's Aid. This is a very interesting and cool rare. I mean, the only thing different between this and Unburial Rites is the fact that it can target any permanent, and Unburial Rites has flashback, but this is still a really cool card. Maybe after rotation, this card will be better and have more value into it, but for right now, I think Unburial Rites has like what most people are wanting out of that card, for better, at least. But it's still cool. Alright, let's see what else we got here. Blaze Commando. Whenever instant sorcery you control deals damage to a player, put 2 1/1 creatures into play. That's a very powerful card for Boros, but not a very Borosious card. Again, this whole set's about splitting your deck and making lots of other little themes. Just gotta Geist Flame them somehow, and just get some little 1/1s. You can't quite do that, but you get the gist. Maze Rusher again, Cluestone. Let's see here. The best uncommon removal spell, that's a split card. Turn target creature to its owner's hand, and then target player sacrifices a creature. Really good. Now we have Bread for the Hunt. An affinity effect for creatures you have that have +1/+1 counters whenever they deal damage, you control a card. This card could be really, really powerful in a good Simic deck because you're just going to start drawing a lot of cards, snowballing, and running over the game. Definitely really powerful. Reminds me of Edric, Spymaster of Trust from Commander. Has a very similar effect to him, but only if you have the +1/+1 counter guys. Very powerful in common. Let's see what else we have in here. A vanilla 4/6 body. Let's clean up our space just a little bit here. We've got the vanilla 4/6. 3 damage target creature, 3 damage target player for 5. A solid card. Punish the enemy. Definitely interesting removal here. We got the 3 damage to a creature, 3 damage to a player on this. It's average. I mean, it's not game defining. It's definitely a nice source of inflict and puncture, and definitely can get your creature out of it. So it can help close the gap. That's about what the card does. Thrashing Moss Dog, we have a Golgari card in here for a change. It's a 4 mana 3/3 with Scavenge on it, which has reach for a 3/3 body. It's above average. It's no Towering Indrik, yeah, that was the one. He didn't have Scavenge, but he could just block for days. He was cool because he was towering. Alright, the rest of our cards are rather unexciting. We have the removal we've already seen. A 2 mana 1/3. The 3 mana 1/4 that when he attacks, you may pay white to tap a creature the opponent controls. It's an interesting premise with the card, but you know, we'll see how it goes. Fido Burst, target creature gets +5/+5 for 2, sorcery speed. I mean, you see it coming a mile away when they cast it, and so you have your chance to do something about it. But it's solid enough as it is. +5/+5 is definitely a lot of damage. And I don't know what this is. Morgue Burst. Turn target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Morgue Burst deals damage to target creature equal to the power of the card. Turn this way. Interesting. 6 mana, chance to shoot something really big. I mean, depending on what you have in your yard, but kind of just, not exciting. Let's go to our next deck. We're going to do Azorius. So let's go ahead without further delay and open up some Azorius. White box, Lavina, 2 boosters. You are a Planeswalker, Harry. Alright. Tidy up our space just a little bit. Alright. Lavina is our chase card here. Let's read her real quick. Protection from red. When Lavina the 10th enters the battlefield, detain each non-land permanent your opponent controls that convert a mana cost 4 or less. For a 4/4 for 5, pro red, that's pretty decent. Looking at our deck here, what do we have that's interesting? A really good card, another really good card. Interesting card from this set. Lands, and then we have some sorceries. So let's move this over here. We'll talk about these cards real fast. We still have Lavina here. The Sphinx. 1/5 Flying Vigilance. Whenever you attack with it, it gives your creatures you control that are attacking +1/+1 until the end of turn. It's an Anthem on a stick that can block. For 5, it's good. It's not game defining, but it's cool. I mean, if you get there with it and you have it out, I mean, it's definitely something to be reckoned with. Here are 2 powerhouse cards from the original Return to Ravnica. The Justicar, which detained 2 creatures when he was played for a 2 mana or 4 mana 2/2, and the Sky Ignite for a 3/1 flyer that detains any non-land permanent for a 3/1 for 3 flying. Very powerful cards. The other cards we have in our deck are the 2 mana 2/1 detain, 2 mana 2/2 cat. The same guy we looked at a minute ago who taps down creatures. Stealer of Secrets, our Ophidian. The white gatekeeper that when you have 2 or more guild gates decides to put a 2/2 in play. He's the new one of the cycle we haven't seen yet. I personally think this is one of the better ones. 3 mana 2/2 flyer, Windrake. Unblockable Detain, 2/1 for 4. And the 3/2 flying hexproof guy that we've already seen, but still a solid card. And our guild gates. Let's look at our packs. See what if we can keep the train rolling. Alright. Have my shades up now. Alright, Golgari Guildgate, new art. Let's see here. Exava. I'm not really going to talk about this card because when we do Rakdos next, we're going to see her. She's the champion of the deck, but good to know that we got that. Wipe Away, the same, far away, the same card we saw a minute ago. Very powerful limited removal. Give, Take, another split card we looked at. Cluestone, -2/-2, Gatekeeper. Factor Fiction. The 2/2 Hound who gives Battalion lifelink. +3/+3 red. On for the guilds. The Trample Evolved creature for Simic. I'm sure we'll see that guy in the Simic deck. Mortar Burst, and the other card. Maze Sentinel we've already seen, and the Skeleton we've already seen that we really like. Far and away, really good card. Alright. Next pack. Just once, give me a shock. No. Okay. The Guildgate here. Our rare is the White Edict, where each player sacrifices a multicolored permanent. This card's interesting. I don't know how to feel about it. I mean, I like it. I like the fact that it's an edict. I don't know like how practical it is. I mean, some people have multicolored. You might have multicolored. You might get your use out of it for 2. I mean, it's definitely not something to pass. It's a very good card, but I mean, it's just very. I feel it to be unpredictable, but it's a very strong card nonetheless. It's really weird to say those things compounding like that, but whatever. Turn and Burn. This is a very good split card. This one makes a creature become a 0/1, lose all abilities, and then the other side of it does 2 damage to target creature or player. So you can essentially kill something off for 5 mana. Which actually, it kills Thragtusk without them getting a token. That's the biggest thing, because it loses all ability. We really like this card. Alright, let's see what else we got in here. Gleam of Battle, which we already saw, gives +1/+1 counters when creatures attack. Protect and Serve, the 2/4 and -6/-0. We all looked at. Let's see here. Live Decree. This card lets you detain 2 target creatures for sorcery speed for 2. Interesting sorcery. Kind of goes with your deck. I mean, it's really good to either slow the game down or just push through that last turn, or you could just block out 2 of their guys. The Is It Cluestone we haven't seen yet. The Blue Gatekeeper, who lets us draw a card when we meet this criteria of having 2 guild gates out. This one's also a very powerful one. Cards are nice. A very interesting Dimir card that a lot of people like, and I agree with them. 3 mana for target player to mill the top 2 cards of their library and then redraw 2 cards. It's good to refill the hand, and it's good to mill them if you're making that Dimir mill deck. Especially with the way this format is. Everything being slower now. 2 mana 2/2 with the 6 mana buff increase. 4 mana 3/1 bird with flying first strike. The enchantment that whenever enchanted creature attacks or blocks, the controller loses 2 life. It's definitely not a stat blend. Stat blend is just so much better. Oh. Mutant's Prey. A new prey upon that works mainly for creatures with +1/+1 counters. So I guess you can get some interactions out of your unleashed creatures or your Simic evolving creatures or some rule card that you put a +1/+1 counter on through other means. Not the worst card, just kind of restricted. The Black Gatekeeper and the Cyclops, that whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, it gets +3/+0, becoming a 4/4. Really good card.